Oh, she's hydrated. Yes, I am. I am hydrated. I was just like drinking my. I was like, okay, nothing's happening. No one's here. I'll drink my water. So what's going on? Y'all, crazy shit today. Crazy shit today. Cute mug, thank you. It is always good to hydrate. Hydrate before you dehydrate. Has anybody seen the leaks? I'm not gonna like talk about the content of them. So don't worry if you haven't. But I wanted to ask if anybody has seen the leaks. Did you see the spoilers from season 4? From season 4? You mean season 3? I wish season 4. I wish season 4. Hey girl, hope finals are over. They are, thank God. Thank the Lord. I'm almost in pawn come. I know, girl. It's 5. What is it? Well, it's almost about to be like. Oh my God, 4 days. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I haven't seen the leaks, but I've been trying to find them. Where did you see them? I don't care about getting spoiled. So I saw them on Twitter. They showed up on my timeline, or one of them showed up on my timeline. And I clicked on it, and then it was, all, like, connected to other spoilers. No, I haven't looked for them. If it's a kiss, I'll die if that shows up on my timeline, honestly. So, for me, again, I'm not going to give anything away about the scenes, but the, so there, I only heard audio, thank God. If I saw a visual, I would be pissed off. I would not be happy about that. I'm not, like, thrilled about hearing the audio, I guess, but I couldn't help it. It just, like, what was I supposed to do? It was right there. It attacked me. It showed up for me. Like, what was I supposed to do? Ignore it? I actually had a whole wrestle with it. But what had happened was, basically, I guess some influencer or whatever who got the season early leaked it or something. I don't even really understand what happened, but some of it was leaked. And I don't know if the visual has been leaked, but I know that the audio has been, and that's what I heard. So I heard audio from, the first thing that came up on my timeline was audio from their first kiss. Again, I'm not going to say anything about it. And I clicked on it not knowing what it was, and I started to hear it, and then I clicked off of it because I was like, oh no, I can't be doing this. And then it was just living rent-free in my head, and I'm like, I don't have the self-discipline, I don't have the patience, like, I'm feral. Like, I just was like, and I was like, it's right there. Like, I had to go back. So I went back to it and listened to it, and then that led me down a rabbit hole where there's audio from the carriage scene and audio from the mirror scene. Luckily, all of the audio was pretty distorted, so some of the things I couldn't even really tell what they were saying. And also, two, for each of them, it's very short. Like, it's only, like, a line or two of dialogue, if any, so, you know, it's not spoiling too much. Like, I know a couple lines from those scenes, but I don't know the scene. I'm really glad that there's no visuals, because I would not have been happy about seeing that. I love your videos so much, just stopping by to say how awesome you are. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. audio of explicitly spicy scenes. Jesus Christ, you would have seen me on the news. The one from the mirror is very short. I'll say that. So, again, nothing about the contents, but it's very short, which I was glad for. Because I'm like, girl, I want to experience that in all its glory. What do you mean? I can't have it spoiled beforehand? So yeah. There's only one line that was in that clip. Thank God. So. What do I even do or say? Oh my God. Do y'all have any questions or anything you want to talk about? What other things have come out? Oh, the new clip of Penn, like, fainting. Very interesting. That's from part 2, for sure. Anybody know what I'm talking about? That was pretty crazy. I've been binge watching all your content, awaiting the new season. You were filling my soul. Period. Love to hear that. You know what? That's great, because, like, you know, I get it. I get that souls need to be filled, especially, like, in the lead up to things like this, so I'm so glad that I can do that for you. Yes, the faint. Oh my gosh, F5. I know. They're kind of crazy for, like, releasing that. They're, like, CBS Mornings is, like, kind of crazy for that. Like, I guess it's not going to be that consequential to the plot if they did release it. Because they wouldn't have been allowing them to film that in the first place if it was, like, super, you know. It's probably just, well, I don't know. But yeah, yeah. Did Cressida faint also? Not that I saw. Cressida was, like, standing in the back. And what I found very interesting was the clips of Eloise, Colin, and Penelope in that scene. That was very interesting to me, because, like, Colin looks very worried, and Penn is distraught, and Eloise looks worried, and Colin actually looks pissed at Eloise, and one of them, I'm just like, what is happening? I think I know. I mean, I think I have an idea, to be fair. So, but maybe I'll make a video about that more in depth. What else is there? I mean, the interviews, they're unhinged. Get out of here. The like, reaction to all the proposals. Get out of here. Did you by chance see that there's possibly going to be 2 kisses back to back from the first kiss? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that, because I haven't heard that. And I would like to have further elaboration on what you mean by that. Before I make any judgments. 1 month for part at the speed we gonna know everything. I know. I know. There was like a half-second clip of the moonlight scene put out. I'm sweating. I know. They really keep doing just, like, milliseconds of the moonlight clip, and it's had everybody in a chokehold ever since To Doom. Forever. Like, a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first picture, and then they released, like, a tiny little clip of it, and then they're crazy for that. I still cannot believe that that is what it is. I truly would have never thunk it. I cannot believe that that is what it is. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're doing the book. Like, that is so crazy. This is not the Bridgerton I know. Doing the right thing, giving the people what they want, that's not the Bridgerton I know. That's not the Bridgerton I'm familiar with. I wonder if it was a real faint or she was faking to try to escape the situation to talk to Eloise or Colin, maybe about the blackmail plotline. Yeah, that's true. It could have been something like that. For sure. Hi, glad you're live streaming again. Period. Yeah, I'm fucking bored. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm bored. I want to talk about this stuff. There's new stuff. I have so many videos already in the works that it's like, an issue to, like, think about making new ones, but I can't decide who I think initiates it. I saw something that Golda said, but it sounded like she was going to spoil, so I clicked off. Yeah, Golda did. The Golda, Ruth, and Adwa did an interview where they talked about both the first kiss scene and the spoiler scene. And the carriage scene. So, glad you clicked off of that if you didn't want to be spoiled. I don't think there were this many leaks in season 2. I'm trying to think. There were a few, but even the ones that did come out were like very close to the premiere. Like, I mean, like, days. You know what I mean? Like, I guess we're days away now, but, like, no footage came out, that's for sure. No audio was out, at least that I saw. But even the ones, like, the information that Edwina and Antony had a wedding did get out before the season premiere, and I actually am really glad about that, because I needed... If I hadn't been prepared for that going in, whew, oh my god, I would have been crazy. Not that I wasn't, but, you know. I know, like, full dialogue, it's insane. I know. That, whoever did that is crazy for doing that. That's really crazy. Surely they're gonna get in trouble for that. Unless it was, like, an intentional marketing thing, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And normally I don't care about spoilers, but for some reason these heteros have been making me simply hysterical, so I know. I mean, I'm with you, sister. Like, I don't know what to say. It's just like, yeah, absolutely. What leaks I want to see? Where's the NDAs? I know, for real. Where are the NDAs? Like, I wouldn't, if I had gotten the episodes early, oh my god, would I not do anything of the sort. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. I would be nowhere near that. That's crazy. It's like a telenovela. Yeah. For real. For real. What else has there been? There's been a bunch of... There was the Wired autocomplete interview. There was... which was... Claudia is so funny, by the way. She is so funny. She cracks me the fuck up. Yeah, their reaction to the proposal and that whole thing... They're so good. They're feeding the children. Like, I'm like, period. Absolutely. The content is crazy. I posted the interview for you. You just have to listen to what he says. What interview? I probably, if it is a Bridgerton interview, I probably have listened to it already. Wired autocomplete had Luke giggling. It was so cute. I know. Oh, they had more. They keep having They keep like having more interviews revealing more about the like furniture breaking scene. I would like to see it. We're gonna have to wait a while for that one though. But there was some interesting information. To have and told. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's so much more. What else? There's more. I know there's more. Oh, the photo shoot that they did, that was very cute. Claudia and Nick's How Well Do You Know Each Other interview was great. I actually haven't watched that in its entirety. I have it in my watch later. I need to watch that. 5 days left. I can't wait. I know, dude. I know. But I don't know. No, I don't want to talk about it because, like, people who have seen the leaks, I guess, were saying some stuff, and like, their opinion on it, and I guess it just made me a little worried. Um, 4 days, 2 hours, some change. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, okay, when's the millisecond? Down to the millisecond. The, oh yeah, they did that little interview about, like, whether you can exit the friend zone, and Luke was basically, like, said basically no. And I was like, interesting. It is pretty rare, but actually that happens all the time. I get what they were saying though. It is a difficult like thing. It's a difficult line to toe when you're friends and whatnot. I would know. I've had some. Well, never mind. Is more content coming? I'm sure. I'm sure more content is coming. I'm sure that more content is on the way. Cause they go like ape shit like right like leading right up to the premiere, and plus like now they're releasing all the interviews, and then there's gonna be, where are they right now? They're in Italy. Did they just leave Italy? Um, and then they're gonna be in New York for the premiere, obviously. Some people that like I saw are like going to the premiere. I'm like, why can't it ever be me? Oh. And also, oh my god, I saw another person like had the like Lush sent them the like Bridgerton set or whatever, and I'm like, girl. Um, I'm like, okay, so send it over to me. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. They're so good at marketing, because it's like, okay, I don't need any of this stuff. I don't actually really want it, I guess. You know what I mean? But like I don't even like macaroons, but like those macaroons with the fucking bee and carriage on it, I'm like, should I? I'm like, should I? Should I get it? Oh my god. You're looking so pretty. Thank you. Hi, you didn't post any video waiting. Oh yeah. Are you gonna post any new videos before the release of part one? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. I'm trying to think of which ones though. Um, I definitely will post right before the premiere a compilation of all the clips that we've gotten so far in seemingly chronological order, because someone suggested that and I thought that was a good idea. Um, but I'm waiting until like right before the premiere to post that, because they are still have like talk shows and things like that where they're going to show more clips. So that will be there. I probably will do one talking about giving more information about like me not um hello, my brain right now, me not filming my reactions. I'm gonna have to talk about that a little bit more. um and then what do I have in the can? Oh, I'll do a Nicola and Luke favorite interview moments as well. I don't know if that'll be posted before. Well, no, maybe I'll do a part one. I'll do part one, like so far all the interviews that they've had. Um, I have a cast interview moment also done already edited. I just haven't posted that. What else is there? I have so many other things like still in the works. It's hard to. But it's interesting. I'm like, oh, I should I should go on TikTok probably more so, because like there's so much more content. You know what I mean? Like even today. So like today there's like multiple new interviews that came out, or interview clips that came out. There was the whole drama with the spoilers and the leaks. There's the photo shoot. There's both Nicola and Luke's post. Like there's so much to talk about. And the CBS like thing with I do want to do like a breakdown of that probably, but I don't know if I should wait until after part one comes out for that, because it is going to be in part two. But I have thoughts. Um, They could just release the dream sequence because technically it's not canon. Exactly. Exactly. They're pretty tight-lipped on the dream sequence, actually, interestingly enough. That is not something that they've really expanded upon much since that Netflix Latin America little thing where they had like 0.2 seconds extra of it. Gotta get on that list. Can't you request? Can you? I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I'm like, girl, I don't know. I'll do a review or whatever. Oh, I want the tea. Not like the tea, but like I want the tea. They're the Bridgerton flavored teas. Speaking of which, I want tea. A little tea with milk and a little bit of sugar right now. Sounds kind of gas. I get all my Bridgerton news from you. Oh, see, now I feel like a bad reporter because I'm like, there's so much happening that I don't talk about. But again, it's like I can't sit down and make a video for all of them. So I'm like, maybe I should just do more shorts or more lives or more, TikToks or whatever. See what comes of that, if anything. You know what I want? I want to interview them. That's what I want. And you know what? It's actually going to happen. I'm making it happen. It's going to happen. It could not happen, like, sure, maybe it won't happen this year. Season 4, I'm going to be the #1 correspondent. Like, I will be there. I'll be at the scene of the crime. Actually, get me in the writer's room. I want all of that. And I want to be in charge of the promotional campaign as well. Let me do all 3. I could do all 3. Let me tell you. I can serve on all 3 of those. Yeah, I would love to interview them. But the thing is, even if I did get an interview, they're so short that I'm like, God, there's so much that I would like to ask them that, like, they haven't been asked, even though they've been asked the exact same thing over and over and over and over again, which is yet another reason why it's so frustrating that, like, mainstream media coverage, I'm like, the way that I would get in there and ask questions that nobody's ever asked, because I just think about it so much, you know what I mean? Like, I just know everyone would appreciate that. It would be such a breath of fresh air to get someone who, like, actually really cares, who's, like, involved in the lore, you know what I mean? Oh, I caught you live. Hello, I'm a new subscriber. I found you after I read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton and love your commentaries / predictions on season 3 because I see myself and you being obsessed with it. Yep. I'm confused as to how they're released. So apparently I guess an influencer who got the episodes early, like, live streamed today or put it all in a WhatsApp group, I guess. Just scenes from the show. Although it's not clear whether she showed, like, the visual as well, because I've only heard audio. I haven't seen any visuals. Again, thank God. But it's not clear, like, how much was shown or how much is actually, like, out there. I think a good amount of people did a good job of, like, trying to get that stuff reported and taken down so, like, you don't see it. I would wait till after part 1 is out because the clip is in part 2. Give yourself a break. I'm from India. We don't have TikTok here. It's banned. Oh, no. Emily. I fell asleep during the Twitch and woke up and joined the YouTube live. Period. Love that. Go back to bed. You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk you to sleep. I love that I can be, soothing enough to fall asleep too. I agree with Luke. To be honest, looking back on some of my experiences as a girl in the friend zone, a guy who really likes you like that will pursue you without ambiguity. That is an interesting point. But the thing is, there are a bunch of people who started out as friends and then ended up together. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty common thing. But I think maybe he's talking more about, like, the dynamic of, like, it flipping, where, like, one person has been obsessed with the other forever and then it switches. I don't know. I have experience with, like, some of that, but it's different than... I don't know, like, how comparable it is to Penn and Colin, because... not me, like, airing out my tea. I'm like, so this relationship, this obsession, this best friend's brother, unrequited love vibe, but there were, let's just say, I know for a fact he did not see me as a sister. So let's just put that out there. So that complicated things. That makes it a little different than Penn and Colin, whereas like I didn't like it at first, but the more I think about it, the more I like the idea that Colin just like literally doesn't see her like that. Like he just fully I really didn't like that for a while, but I don't know. There's something about it that is like making more sense to me the more that I think about it. You could totally do all three, period. The Lord, Dune has nothing on us. I know. Could we know some of the questions? I have a whole ass list. The guys who pursued me seriously made it very clear, and there was never any doubt about it from the jump. I mostly saw it through Portuguese tweets translated, so I'm glad the words aren't necessarily direct translations. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Actually, a lot of the like spoiler from like I guess plot things or like dialogue was also in foreign languages that I came upon, so I didn't translate a lot of them. Thankfully. But I mostly saw it through Portuguese. Oh, just read that. Carriage. She's not really home. That's really annoying. There's only a couple days left till the premiere. Why did they gotta leak stuff? I know. So, I know. But it's hard because like I know I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for it for so long. I shouldn't look at it, but I just don't. I don't have the willpower. I don't have the patience. I'm too unhinged for that. You know what I mean? Although again, I'm really glad that I didn't see any visuals because like I've actually had dreams about their first kiss being like leaked or me like seeing it somehow before the season came out, and I would not be like happy about that. Like that's such a pivotal moment, you know? Hello. Camila Cabello's song "Used to This" is about friends to lovers' journey, and the awkwardness of it. I think it will completely match Paul's story after they are in a relationship. I haven't listened to that, but maybe I'll put it on the list. I keep having dreams about it like this happens with things I'm obsessed with. Yeah, for sure. I keep having dreams about it too. I had a dream the other night where like their first kiss actually wasn't the moonlight scene, and it was like actually it was so weird. It was so bizarre. It was like the scene from the Four Seasons ball with her and Colin where they have a confrontation, but then like he gets super emotional and like it cries, and then she like comforts him, and then he gets like he like pushes her up against the wall. He like pushes her up against the wall and like then is like going after her, and then fucking Devlin comes in for a second and tries to pry him off of her, and then like they do some weird like interactions, and then they kiss at that ball in my dream. They didn't actually. But that's what happened in my dream. Are you gonna say this live? I missed the beginning. Maybe. I'm honestly trying to get full transparency. I'm really proud of that video that I just posted, my most recent video. And I want it to get, you know, a good amount of views. And for some reason, I feel like it takes away from it if you post, you know what I mean? Like, that being my most recent piece of content, I think makes it do better. I'm not 100% sure, though. But maybe. Jess said some things from the beginning of the book will be in the second half of the show. What do you think it could be? That's very interesting. I actually don't know that I have seen her say that. Huh. I have to think about that. That's very interesting. First half of the... Well... I have come to the conclusion I think he's not going to find out about Lady Whistledown until part 2, for sure. Yeah, I think they'll probably get engaged without him knowing. which I know people will be upset about. But they're not going to get married without him knowing. They'll he'll know before they get married. Um, I'm so bad at not spoiling myself for almost every TV show. Yeah. I mean, part of me is thankful because in the deep recesses of my subconscious, I've seen them disjointedly make out, but also I can't replay dreams, so. In the dark recesses. Oh, that is so funny. Um, do you think they'll set up future seasons in this season? For sure. I mean, Benedict. Benedict's to name one. I mean, they're definitely, I think Benedict's probably season 4, although I've eaten my words on that before, so don't quote me on that, but I think he will be season 4, so I think they'll set him up. But not, I mean, not, maybe not so explicitly, like, I think similarly to how they set up Antony in season 1, where it's like he has this heartbreak, and then he ends in an emotional and psychological state that drives his season and puts him in a position for things to happen in his season. Uh, I think Francesca, inherently, the first part of her story, if you know, you know, is going to be set up. I wonder if we're going to meet Michael, though. I do wonder about that. I also wonder if Philip's going to be in this season at all. Curious about that. I don't know. It just seems like they have Eloise doing so much. Hello? It seems like they have Eloise doing so much with Cressida that they're not even going to, like, have time to set up anything else, so I don't know about, like, setting up her season. I could see that being, you know, during Benedict's season, pretty much. OMG, speaking of enemies to lovers while waiting impatiently, I watched Maxton Hall. It's so angsty. I've never heard of that. What is that? Period. Love a recommendation. What is that? Hi, I think when Penn was saying it's like Bridgertons are born to attract spotlight, I think she was talking to Francesca since she has a different perspective and not wanting attention on her. Yeah, no, that's pretty much been confirmed at this point. I realized that a little while after. That'd be so good. I'm so excited for Angry Call. Me too. Me too. Yeah, we need him to be completely down bad before he finds out about Whistledown. Yeah, because that's the best. You know, and I said something similar where I was like, I want them to be at a high, and then Whistledown just, like, fucks everything up. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, we finally got this, you know, together, and we're finally, everything's going great, and now this? Come on. What do you think about Nick and Luke's chemistry in real life? Interesting question. Should I speak on it? Is this a safe space? Should I speak on it? I don't know. I don't know that I can or should. Maybe we'll see a glimpse of Sophie this season. I would love that. I just don't have any faith. You know what I mean? I don't have any hope. I don't have any faith. But I think you might find out about Whistledown after Penn faints, because there's like that 0.1 second clip where Penn is crying and she looks like she's looking up at someone and she rubs her. What clip are you talking about? Because there's multiple clips of her crying. We got a newer one also of her, like, in her room crying, and people can't. It's so funny because, like, people are like, "What dress is this? This is a new dress." I'm like, that's the episode 2 dress that she wears in the hand injury scene and the lesson scene. It was so obvious to me. I was like, it's after that. I was like, guys, be for fucking real. Like, let's put our brains all together. But I basically come to the conclusion that I think he finds out after Penn faints as well. But not because of the crying. I just think, I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Is there going to be another toe reveal tonight? Just kidding. Do you think the book Colin's anger issues will bleed over into the show? I don't see it. I think they're going to have him be angry, which they should. But I don't think it'll be like in the book. I definitely don't think he's going to be like, kind of like violent or anything with her. You know? Don't see that happening. But I do think I can see it being the type of thing where, like, he's angry for a bit and then just kind of gets over it. Which, I don't know if that's entirely realistic, but again, the way that they structure the show, they usually have to push, like, some conflict until the end of the season, and then they just wrap it up like that. Because they're like, oh, we don't have any more time. Bye. Okay, it's fine. Something happened and now everything's fine. I'm excited for Eloise's season. LMAO, I hate her book. I think they're going to change her book a lot. I really don't see them doing much from that book at all. So, I'm really interested to see what they do with that. As much as I'm excited for season 3, I don't want to be too hopeful, because then it's going to ruin my expectations. I know. Are you related to Norman Bates, and are you a chip off the old block? You know what? I've gotten that before. Speak on it, LMAO. I don't know. It's so funny, because, like, I'm scared. I'm scared of saying certain things on the internet. I really am. I talk to my friends in real life about it. I always am, like, saying, I'm like, they get the unfiltered stuff. But it's young adult, high school senior, 6 episodes, first season German. It should be on Prime. Good palate cleanser while we wait. Ooh. It was posted in this compilation of her crying. The hair's up. I wonder if I can find it again. I know the compilation that you're talking about, but I don't know I can't conjure the shot in my mind. Huh. Very interesting. I just wonder if he's going to bring up Marina at all, because the prospect shivers my timbers a little bit. I think so. I don't know. It would be like the writers to, like, be like, oh, that didn't happen. But I feel the need for it to be mentioned. Because that's a big departure from the book, where, like, she directly influenced him in that way. Where, like, she, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big thing that's a big element of, like, Whistledown's involvement with Colin specifically that didn't exist in the book. I read book 4 and 5. Which should I read next? 4 and you've only read 4 and 5? Y'all, I finished reading The Cruel Prince today. I can't. The ending was so good. I haven't read it. Is that fantasy or, like, dark romance? I'm not really a fantasy or dark romance type person. I haven't read the books. Does the reordering of the seasons mess anything up for Benedict? Kinda, not really. Not really. They can do it. It's fine. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing that really cannot be, like, remedied by that. Do you have any thoughts on how Eloise and Penn may make up, if at all? I wonder how the relationship dynamic might change if Eloise is also in the know of Lady Whistledown. Yeah, so I think they will make up, for sure. I think it'll probably be a little bit towards the end. I also think that, like, Penn, or Eloise is going to be a lot softer towards Penn than people are expecting or realizing the entire season. Like, I think we're going to see moments the entire season of her, like, empathizing with Penn or missing Penn, or, you know, the thing is, she's keeping the secret, right? So that alone, I think, shows that she does have care for her. She doesn't want her to get caught, despite the fact that she's hurt personally. So I don't think it'll be as, like, frosty, actually, of a relationship as people are expecting. I think we're going to see a lot of moments of, like, Eloise actually feeling bad and, you know, missing Penn, and having moments where she's, like, coming to Penn's aid, or, like, but I also think there's complications there because of Colin. Like, she's going to be protective over Colin, probably. She's going to be weirded out, probably, that her best friend and her brother are, like, together. I mean, pretty rightfully so, I guess, even though she should have seen that coming from a mile away. But that will be a shock. That, on top of Lady Whistledown, is a lot for your best friend to be like doing all of a sudden. But I could see Eloise and if they go with the Cressida plotline from the book, Cressida trying to take credit for Lady Whistledown, I could see Eloise like double crossing Cressida and teaming up with Penn, or being the person that kind of saves Penn in the end, or something like that. Something like that. I have the Romance of Mr. Bridgerton book, but I haven't read it yet, and I was wondering if I should read it before the series comes out. Sorry, got so... Hello, I need to read that again. Oh, you haven't read it yet. You're wondering if you should read it before the series comes out. If you can, but I have a whole video on it if you don't think you have time. I'm also doing a thing on my TikTok where I break it down chapter by chapter. I'm actually going to film some of that after this, I think. So... It's fantasy, but sword fighting and it's enemies to lovers. Okay. Yeah, and especially since we now have Lord Debling for Penn, it evens out the playing field when it comes to Rhaena. Does that make sense? Yes. How are you going to just skip my question? What was your question? Oh my god. This is why I have no man, guys. Period. Tell him. Tell him. I was worried Eloise would be super harsh toward Penelope. I don't think so. I've read the books, way too much fan fiction for my own good. Seek for so many spoilers, now my head is a complete mess. Set my expectations so high that I'm scared. Yeah. I am glad that, like, I was so disappointed by season 2 that, like, my expectations are low. Like, I truly, they're on the floor. So, I'm ready to be, like, pleasantly surprised. It's unhealthy how I'm looking forward to Thursday. If they end the first part with cliffhanger, I'm gonna have a heart attack. They definitely are. What is happening? This is crazy. What do people do? This is so crazy. Some of these messages are crazy. Girl. It is 12 where I am. I've only read 4 and 5 so far. I wanted to know what happens this season. Which book should I read next? Which is your fave? Okay, so I'm going to do a whole video about this as well, but Benedict's book is probably where you should go next, because that is most likely going to be the next season, and it's also personally one of my favorites. Not to give too much away, but it's high up there. It's special to me. Can you post your TikToks on here, please, for those of us who aren't on the Clock app? Someone suggested that, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea, but then I went to do it, and the thing about Reels is, or is it Reels? Shorts. YouTube Shorts. The thing about Shorts is that it only lets you do a minute, and most of my TikToks are, like, way over a minute, so it's like, rough. I don't really know how to figure it out. I guess I could, like, try and see if I could do a version of it where I do, like, in under a minute recap somehow. Tell your girlfriend, what is that? Hello, couldn't make it to Patreon streams earlier, but I'm here now. Period. Are you in Texas? Yes, I am. Do you think they will end the episode 4 with the carriage scene? And if so, do you think they will end right before or right after it? I think... Yes, I think they're going to end with the carriage scene. The more that I think about it, the more that, like, kind of comes out in interviews and things like that, I think they'll get to the carriage scene, they'll have some emotional confrontation or confession, and then they'll hook up, and then basically that's where it'll end. And like, I'm trying to think, because they could do multiple things with it. They could get caught. That could be the cliffhanger. It could be that, like, Colin, realizes his error and then is asking him, and then is, like, proposing or basically saying that they want to be together. It could be basically them deciding to be together. Something like that. Tell Your Girlfriend is a song. Are you talking about Call Your Girlfriend by Robin? If not, I'll check out the other one. I am single. That is, yes. Love your lip color. Thank you. Do you think the Lady Whistledown secret may actually place Penn in any danger if she's discovered? Like, what would the Queen do if she found out? I think the Queen is deeply unserious. I don't think she's actually in any danger. I think the most danger that she's in from doing the Lady Whistledown thing is, like, being in a rough part of town by herself. I could see them doing, like, an alliance with the Queen. Like, if the Queen does find out, I could see them basically teaming up. Nothing's gonna happen to her. Nothing's gonna happen to Penn. It's just not. Told myself I wouldn't spoil it, and I spoiled it. No self-control. I know. Nicola keeps saying the writing is so romantic, and it's getting me excited. Yes. Just make a YouTube video of your TikToks if possible. I could do that. That's an idea. I was really hoping they'd show the carriage scene in the 4th episode, because I don't think I could wait for next month. I think they're definitely going to show the carriage scene in episode 4. That'll be the ending of episode 4. How excited are you for Thursday? So excited, dude. Actually, I need time to pass, like, now, because I need it now. I have needed it now for a long time, but it's getting desperate. We know that when they get out of the carriage, no one is around because one of the actors, either Golda or Adjua, I can't remember, said when they get out of the carriage, they act like, OMG, what just happened? Yeah. Maybe. I could also see someone catching them, though. I just could. Even if they were, like, acting like, what just happened? It could be like they're acting like what just happened, and then someone sees them, I find it hard to believe that, like, Colin's gonna run out of the Queen's ball in front of everyone after Penn, and no one's gonna, and, like, whoever's driving the carriage, like, no repercussions from that. I find that hard to believe. What year is this in? Aren't we approaching the Queen's death? Yes, but I don't think they give a fuck. Like, I think I don't think they don't care about historical accuracy, girl. I think they'll keep the Queen alive even after she died. I just don't think they care. Do you think it's possible for them to end at 4 with him asking or expecting her to marry him because of what happens in the carriage, and maybe she says no? I think that's a good bet. I think it's probably something like that. It's probably they hook up, and then he's like, okay, well, we're married now, and either she's like, okay, or she's resistant to it for whatever reason. I wonder when the king is gonna die. Don't talk about it. I can't talk about that. Wait, did you say you were single or you're not? I am. This is the first time I'm hearing of the leaks and spoilers. Interesting. Okay. I need you to help me test the suspension at the back of the carriage, milady. Wow, that is funny. Do you think there's a chance Francesca could be season 4? I think there's a chance. I don't think it's impossible, but I doubt it. The more that I think about it, I doubt it. Because I think they're going to want more time to familiarize people with Hannah Dodd's version of Francesca before her season, for sure. And it makes sense for that to be like, because of what her story is, for hers to be a little bit later and for there to be the build up there. Hello, what time do they normally post for premieres? It's dropping on my birthday, so very excited. Oh, that's awesome! Congrats! Happy birthday, that's awesome. What a good present. I know that, like, in the US, I think, or at least in Central Time Zone, it always drops at, like, 2 a.m. That's when it ends up, a new show on Netflix ends up dropping. But I'm not sure about everywhere else. I think it's different times. How many episodes are there? There are 8. I wonder if her leaving the Queen's Ball is like something big and inconspicuous happens and she runs out and everyone sees, or is it more like she slips outside discreetly? She could slip outside discreetly, but like people are watching him run. You know what I mean? Like we see multiple people watch him run. So regardless of whether Penn is inconspicuous, he is not. Someone is, you know. Do we think that Debling is actually going to propose? That man is so bland. Like, sorry to this man. I don't know. I don't know. Because they could go one of two ways. They could go he proposes, or they could go even, like, just that he realizes that she's in love with Colin and calls her out on it. Or is like, girl, we can't be doing this. You're absolutely obsessed with that man. How many seasons do you think Netflix will make from the books? Daphne, Anthony, Colin. So I think they're already confirmed for season 4. So I think it'll be Daphne, Anthony, Colin, Benedict. I think they'll get Francesca and Eloise done as well. The ones that I'm not sure about are the 2 youngest. Those are up in the air. But I do think Eloise is such a fan favorite. I can see the momentum building from Benedict season to Eloise. And same with Francesca. Like, once she gets a little bit more familiar with the audience, that type of thing. Do you believe the Pall Mall theory where the characters hit their balls through the hoops that were labeled with their season numbers? I don't know. I don't know that I mean, it is an interesting coincidence that, you know, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but maybe. Didn't Eloise hit it through 5? Or was it 4? Ugh. If they make Eloise 4th, that's kind of crazy. You're beautiful. Thank you. How many steamy pollen scenes do you think will be in this season? So, well, define steamy. Are we counting a kiss as steamy? Or what? Like, define steamy. Actually, dead ass define steamy, and then I'll tell you. The first part will be available at 9 a.m. I can already picture myself eating popcorn for breakfast because I can't wait much longer. Yeah. So are we staying up late till it drops? Is that the general consensus? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Regardless, I'll wake up early for it. But my sleep is a whole... My health is a whole thing. It's a whole factor to consider. Because a couple years ago, I wanted to wait, but I was watching it, like, with one of my best friends, and she wasn't down to wait, but we did wake up at, like, 6 a.m. or something like that, and made breakfast, and just binged it all. I could see them telling Francesca's story during 2 different seasons, which aren't her seasons. That's true. They could do that. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that, because, like, if it's done well, sure, but that would be, like, kind of unfair, you know what I mean? Like, to have one of them have to, you know what I mean? Not have their own season. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself wait because I'd be going to bed at 7 a.m. otherwise. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, oh, I would be fucked for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Um, Not that I'm not gonna be fucked regardless, just from it being out. But I have, anyway. I feel like Netflix would be dumb not to let them do all sibling seasons. It's like their most successful show, isn't it? It's one of their most successful shows for sure. Um, I think it just also depends on like the momentum that grows for the youngest siblings. They're characters, but they're very minor characters. People don't really know them or really care about them that much, and I think that they'll start playing bigger parts as the seasons go along. So then it's just about like whether people are invested enough in those characters to want to see their relationships. Uh, is kind of what it boils down to. For me, Benedict is next season, followed by Eloise, and then Fran. That's what I think as well. I rarely lie. I'm not gonna lie. I rarely, when characters get recast in the middle of the series, I rarely like when characters get recast in the middle of the series. I know it's out of their control, obviously, when they have to recast actors, but it's still definitely gonna be weird. Yeah, recasting is tough. It's really tough. Um, and then when Anthony holds his fingers up to Kate before their dance, like seeing if hitting her head messed up her vision. He does 3 and switches to 4 fingers, which means season 3 Paulin and season 4 Benedict. Who knows? I enjoyed Hyacinth's book. I hope they make that into a season in 2030. It could be. At this point, I mean, it would be 2030, wouldn't it? Pretty much. If the average it's taken to get the seasons out is 2 years, by the time we get to Hyacinth's book, it'll be probably later than 2030. Damn, fuck, holy shit, that's crazy. Um, I'll probably stay up till 2 a.m. to at least watch the first episode. See, if I did that, I just would watch all of it. Like, I just would. And the thing is, I have stayed up for many shows before like that, where I waited until 2 a.m., then it finished around 7 or whenever, it ended. I don't know. I don't know. Because it depends on the rest of the day as well. Because I'm going to do a watch party with my friend later that day as well, so. In a hypothetical world, I want Eloise to end up with Theo. Interesting. I disagree, but interesting. You're entitled to that. Outside of Colin and Penelope, which other characters are you intrigued at watching their storylines? I am very intrigued to see what they do with Francesca, for sure. And, I mean, honestly, Francesca, Benedict, and Eloise. I'm excited. I'm really interested to see what they do with Eloise maybe past this season, because I feel like the season's going to be centered around her relationship with Cressida and things like that, which, like, I get, and I think is probably good for the purposes of the season, but I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see what comes after that for her. Francesca, obviously, I want to see the setup, and then, I'm interested to see where they'll set Benedict up, for his season, presumably, hopefully, season 4. I feel bad for the original Francesca actor because the show she left for got canceled. I know. Really rough. Really rough. Have you seen Luke and Nick's interviews? BTW, I love watching all your Bridgerton videos. Thank you. Yes, I have seen every interview. I watch, if something new comes out, you can be like 97%, 98% sure that I have indeed seen it. Luke and Nick's chemistry is nuts. The chemistry is chemistrying. I need Greg's season. He's the craziest one. Gregory's book is one of my favorite books, actually. So I'm with you there. You can write fanfics and I'll read it like anything, please. Very good. Do you read Bridgerton fanfics in AO3? If you do you have Rex? So I do, although to be honest, I read more like one-shots a lot of times than like sustained. But now I'm like, maybe I should be reading, but then I'm scared that like the fan fictions are going to be better than what they ended up writing, and that I'm going to be disappointed. But I'm like, maybe in the next like 4 days or whatever, I should read some of those and see, start thinking about potential possibilities, because I do follow some accounts where like they will post, you know, their idea of what like a line of dialogue or scene could be, and I'm always like, you know what I mean, like at the possibility. So, do you think we will get a Penn and Colin dance in part 1? Potentially. Potentially. If we do, I think it'll be in episode 3 at the ball where he cries. Or he has tears in his eyes. What are your thoughts on the potential for romance for Violet? I mean, I like it. I like the carryover from Queen Charlotte's, you know, spinoff. That's pays off. It's interesting. I don't know. It depends on how they execute it, right? Like you know. So, we'll see. But I'm not opposed to seeing any of the older women in the show have a little romp by any means at all. Get Portia in there, get Lady Danbury in there. Whatever. Let's get everybody. Read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton and didn't like book Colin. Are all the bookmen problematic? Kind of. Kind of. I'm trying to think. Gregory is maybe the least problematic. But it's been a while since I've read it, so maybe I'm misremembering that. But, yeah. Antony and Benedict have moments in their books that are problematic as well. I kind of filtered out. Like, I've read so many historical romance novels specifically that I'm just like, I just don't even think about it. Like, I'm just like, it doesn't happen to me. It doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, sure. Claudia Jessie in interviews seems kind of pissed at what they wrote for her character this season. Yeah. I don't know. Her reaction is interesting. It's interesting. It goes back and forth a little bit, I think. I feel like you need a moderator for the trolls. I know. This is only the second time I've gone live. I'm like, oh, shit. I guess I need to, like, do stuff about this or something. Did you hear the audio from the carriage scene? Yes, I did. Although I couldn't make out what they were saying, actually, totally. I made out some lines, but there were some that I could not figure out what exactly was being said, which I'm glad about, actually. What is with the spam of the chat? I just came to talk Bridgerton. I don't know, girl. Do you use a conditioner on your hair? Don't we all? Are you a fan of Red, White, and Royal Blue? I heard they're making a sequel for the movie, and I'm very excited. The book was better than the movie, though. So I actually have a reaction to Red, White, and Royal Blue on my account. So if you're interested in seeing my reaction, it is there for you. But I saw that they're doing a sequel. Yeah, that'll be good. My mind was blown when I found out Nicola is 37. I thought she was around my age of 27. She does not age at all. Yeah, she does. She looks... yeah. Put that fanfic down. You shall confuse your thoughts, period. And not publishing at all. I'm just feral. I am 23. And that is my age. No, not Penn ending up with Debling. How could that be good? How could a fanfic with Penn ending up with Debling be good? I hope Debling sticks around, maybe for someone else. I think he's only slotted for 3 episodes, so that... But, I mean, maybe in the future, I guess. Girl, I'm obsessed with your videos. I'm also so freaking excited for this season. I know. We all are. We all are. In interviews, Adjua seemed down to do spicy scenes. Period. Lady Deborah needs to get some. Like, even, girl, I'm like, get over Lord Ledger. Like, y'all fucked, like, once, okay? What are we doing here? What do you think about the thing Jess Brennell said about how they're going to have some queer romance storylines this season? I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Sometimes, well, I take everything that they say prior to the show with a grain of salt, because there were things that they said leading up to season 2 that simply didn't happen or were like super misleading, and I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? Like, sure. Whose backstory would you like to see most? Violet, Danbury, or Featherington? Probably Violet. Mostly because I feel like we've seen so much of Lady Danbury's. I wouldn't mind seeing a young Portia, though. That would be interesting. That could be fun. That could be interesting for sure. Julie Quinn loves writing her men a little toxic. I know. Did you see Netflix España on TikTok posted it? I did see where he covers the hand. Yep. I did see that. So sus. Very interested to see how the show will portray Eloise's story. I know. In the trailer when Portia says Penn is proud of her, or tells Penn she's proud of her, do you think she's talking about Debling or Colin? Do you have any predictions for Portia in general? I think she's talking about Debling. And I think it's pretty much confirmed that Colin and Portia are going to have a bitch off, which I love. So happy about that. Can't wait to see that. Cannot wait to see that. I think they're all going to be shocked. And it'll be very satisfying to see, because they're all like, oh, Colin Bridgerton's not even your friend. I'm like, okay, what about husband? What about husband? I read a short fic that was about Colin and Eloise when they were younger, and it was so cute. I hope they include a lot of Colin's dynamic as childhood friends. They're definitely gonna have a flashback with them. Do you see more spin-offs happening like Queen Charlotte? Yes, I do. I still haven't decided whether I think they're gonna do a second season of Queen Charlotte even, but I do think they're gonna do more spin-offs because that was a wild success. Theo will return in season 3. Personally, I really hope he does. I love him and Eloise. I don't know if he's confirmed to or not, but I mean, not to burst your bubble, but I wouldn't get up my hopes for a Eloise and Theo endgame. Hopefully you can learn to love her endgame. Oh my gosh. I will so moderate for you. I'm so tired of these trolls. This is crazy. Thanks for the great content. Looking forward to seeing more character relationship analysis videos sometime. Thank you. That's so nice. I can't believe that. Thank you so much. That is so nice. You will get it. Don't you worry about that. You will get it. I'm gonna do a Colin character analysis probably. I'll definitely do like a relationship analysis update on Penelope and Colin after season 3. I'll probably do one for Kate and Anthony as well. So I got a lot more of that type of stuff coming. So I'm really glad that you enjoyed that. I'm happy with how that turned out. And thank you so much. I can't believe that's just so nice. If they add more spinoff, the series is going to end in 2035, but I still want a Violet one. No, I want a Violet and Edmund one. Like, that would eat. I get it. It's funny. Like, I keep joking. I'm like, girl, I would like to play Young Violet. Could I not play Young Violet? But they already have her cast, so. And also, I don't have blue eyes, so. I'm going to need to binge so many of your videos. Period. I saw that people believe that the first part of Francesca's story will happen this season, and then she will have her big story / season with Sir Michael later on. What do you think will happen? I think the first part of the story will happen this season. Definitely. LOL, I'd also moderate for free. That's so nice. I don't, it's so, I'm really new to this. Like, I don't know how any of this stuff works. I didn't realize, like, the audience that comes on here, like, that, people who don't watch my videos could come, I didn't, so, that, that's very nice that people are willing to, like, help. What songs do you want in this season? I mean, probably just for the lore, Yellow, right? Like, it's become such a Pollen song. I would like some song talking about, like, friends don't look at friends that way, or, I know we already have Snow on the Beach, but, like, a dress, like, I don't want you like a best friend, like, something like that. I would like some song that has some line like that. More Anne with an E. I know I'm gonna try tomorrow to record all 3 of the final Anne with an E reactions, and then post at least one of them before. I mean, post all of them on Patreon probably, and then post one of them before season 3 of Bridgerton comes out. I really am trying. I promise. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry. It's been hectic and crazy. I have a lot of, like, issues going on. I had school until, like, just the other day. Yesterday. And job stuff, health stuff, family stuff. It's just been really crazy. Aren't there a series of books that goes into Violet's generation? Would you like that as a TV show? Yeah, I read the sequel, or I read the prequels and the spin-offs. I would like the Smiths to be adapted as well. Girl, give me in the, I'll be an ancestor. Right? Ancestor? I'll be in a prequel. Yeah, I would like that. I would like pretty much anything at this point. I'm like, girl, just give it to me. Whatever happens to Edwina Sharma, will she come back? Did she find someone? I don't think she'll come back, but they'll probably do a line drop of, like, oh, her and her husband, or something like that. Love your Bridgerton videos so much. They're keeping me sane as we're waiting for the season to drop. I am so glad. I don't care about Cressida's backstory. I will never like her. Yeah, it's interesting the way that they're, like, teasing the redemption arc or whatever, especially given that, like, CBS Mornings clip. I'm like, okay. So we're just saying shit. We're just saying stuff. We're just making shit up. OMG, I'd love to see the scene after the Carriage scene of the book when he's asking to marry her to her mother. Yes. Yes, I would love to see that. Most of the interviews, Luke and Nicola, it's just Luke hysterically laughing at whatever Nicola says. Fair enough, she's hilarious. Yeah. Period. I agree. Angry Colin is necessary when dealing with the Featheringtons and their BS. I love that part in the book. Yeah, no, I think we will get Angry Colin standing up for Pin. For sure. You're my number 1 go-to for Bridgerton content. Thank you for your service. Amazing! That's so... Period. Love to hear it. Love to provide that. OMG, you do kind of resemble a young Violet, you know? We'll see. I am reading Francesca's book only on chapter 4 or 5, I think. Francesca's book is probably a little bit spicier than the other people. Okay, someone told me about how to do this. Okay. I think I'm trying to get rid of people. Okay. Okay, I think maybe it worked. Wonder if they'll do Kiss Me song. I actually think it's very likely that their first kiss will have an instrumental version of that. I don't know why I think that, or why I became, like, pretty sure of that. I think maybe Nicola posted it on her story, and then someone said something about it being in the show, potentially, but it makes a lot of sense to me. I could see them doing that for sure. I saw a clip from a behind-the-scenes video where Penelope faints at a party of some sort. What do you think happened during that scene? Yeah, so I talked a little bit about that. I saw that also. That's in episode 5. So, I mean, I was holding back on saying this, but my theory is essentially... Well, I don't know. Based on Cressida standing in front of everybody, I could see it being Cressida revealing that she's. I could see it being Paul and are engaged. Maybe this is a party for them, celebrating their engagement. I don't know why Cressida would be there, but I don't know. Maybe Eloise invited her or something. Um, some sort of get together with the whole cast. And I'm pretty sure they said episode 5 there's like a big set piece where like I think maybe they play charades or something like that, so I could see that being this. Um so I think Colin and Penelope are engaged by this point, and everyone knows that. And I think, you know, Cressida standing up in front of everybody, she might be taking credit for Lady Whistledown. And then Pen fainting might be her being like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. And then I think it's going to be like she takes him into another room and she confesses it. That is what it is. Because that's, I more so than even Cressida, like, taking credit, I think the show will change it so that Colin doesn't know that she's Lady Whistledown yet. So then, like, she's really struggling with the idea that, like, they're engaged and they're happy and, like, he does reciprocate finally, but she's, like, scared to ruin that. But she's also scared of, like, deceiving him. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Your hair looks beautiful. Thank you. Will you do a live reaction to episode 1? No, I'm not gonna do any, well, I don't know. I might film, like, on my phone or something. The thing is, I just can't, I can't, like, deprive myself of the experience where, like, I have to set up a camera and worry about, like, you know, the recording and the microphone and the SD cards and the batteries and things like that. Like, that just would be so... I need to watch it, like, just in all its glory. But if I can find a way to, like, film that without it interfering with my experience, then sure. But I'll definitely be doing, like, analyses and probably maybe a rewatch live stream type thing, and reviews and things like that. So you'll have a lot of content about my opinions for season 3 regardless. You're gorgeous. Thank you. They insinuated Edwina would end up with Prince Friedrich. Prince Friedrich. Yeah. Just pop in blue contacts and play a young Violet. Girl, I would if I could. Your health is important. Take care of you. Is it? I'm like, is it? Because Bridgerton's kind of number 1 priority. I'm really trying to get through Eloise's story, but Sir Philip is really getting on my nerves. Should I go back to read Benedict since it's more likely the next season? Yeah. Benedict's book is one of my personal favorites. I don't really... It's been a while since I've read To Sir Philip with Love. I know a lot of people hate it. I didn't hate it ever. But maybe I need to reread it. Maybe I missed something, or maybe I would feel differently about it now. But who knows? Look forward to your next live. Good night. So excited for season 3. Almost here. I know. Some of these comments are so crazy. Oh my god. I think there was promo of them up on the Romeo and Juliet balcony and Kiss Me by Vitamin String Quartet was music. So, yeah. It would be crazy if it was just silence with no music. Like, what was the moment you decided to live stream? What do you mean? Hope that they will change the way he asked her to marry him. At least I hope she doesn't agree when he asks her after the carriage scene. The proposal needs to be more romantic. Who knows? When do you think they'll drop teasers for part 2 of this season? I'm dying to know how they'll play the second part of the season out. Do you think Penn will tell Colin that she's Lady Whistledown in part 1? No. I've started I'm pretty, like, I've come to that conclusion. I don't think she'll tell him. And I think that's what's going to be the, like, lingering thing of, like, oh no, now we still have this. In an interview, I forgot which one, just talks about a charade scene with a bunch of the cast, and that's what I think the scene is from, because Marcus is there. Yeah. With all he put me through, with all he put her through, she deserves more than would you marry me or not. Like, boy, you need to have orchestra and fireworks at least. I do think it's going to be different than the book. I think it'll be after the carriage scene, but I don't think it's going to be like, well, come on, we're married now. Like, we're obviously getting, I think he will have a, like, love declaration that's romantic and good before they're engaged. I want to watch What Happened to Brimsley and Reynolds. Queen Charlotte was the best, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth about whether I like that the best. Um, this is so strange. This is so strange. That is so weird. What? I would never join a live of someone that I didn't, like, you know what I mean? Certainly wouldn't participate. That's interesting. Your hair is giving. Thank you. Thank you. It's a great compliment. Oh my god, someone on TikTok said something about my face card. I was like, that was like the best compliment I'd ever seen. I was like, the face card compliment in reference to moi? Like, that was so flattering. Hi from Brazil. It's 3 a.m. and I should be probably asleep, but Bridgerton theories, yay. Hoping Phoebe makes a return sometime in the future. Yeah. Me too. Have you heard about the actor playing Sophie? Well, I know who a lot of people think it is. I don't know much about her. She's beautiful. But that's a given for anybody on this show. Do you think we'll see the Bridgerton, specifically Eloise, reactions to Pauline on screen or not? Interesting. Maybe a little bit of both. I could see a combination of both. Where, like, there is somewhat of a reaction on screen, but they're referencing, like, how they reacted off screen more so. Kind of. Or maybe for some of them we'll get reactions on screen and some of them it'll be, like, reference. I just finished watching Bridgerton for the 3rd time in preparation for the 3rd season, LOL. Like, what is your success rate in going onto people's lives and asking them for IRL dates? Has that ever worked for you? I just don't even join lives with people that, like, I don't know. Queen Charlotte was my first Bridgerton season. Oh, really? Interesting. Then I watched seasons 1 and 2. I think Charlotte is my fave, closely followed by season 2. I go back and forth between whether I think Queen Charlotte or season 1 is better. Which, again, so weird, because Canthony is my absolute favorite, but season 2, don't get me started. Wait, who do people think Sophie's going to be played by? I forget her name. I think it's Masala or Masali. I forget her last name. But if you looked up that name in Bridgerton, she would probably come up. I apologize for not being able to recall her full name, or if I mispronounced her name. I would love a brotherly, sweet moment between Colin and Anthony regarding Penn. Like, maybe Colin is visibly upset and Anthony's like, brother, what troubles you? Yeah, for sure. How do you think Sophie will be introduced? What episode? That's the debate, isn't it? Like, it's like whether she's going to be introduced this season or next season, for her season. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing them do a masquerade. I would love it, but I have a hard time seeing them. Masali Baduza. Yes, that is her full name. Yeah, I mean, she's stunning. Uh, oh my god, the chat's doing weird stuff. We love Big Bro Antony in this house, yes. Because Gregory and Antony's little scene in season 2 makes me sob. I know. It's so good. Do you think there will be a big whistle down reveal this season, or do you think it will be held off until another season later on? Personally, I think it will be best to wait another season later on. I don't think there's going to be a big whistle down reveal at all. I think people close to her will find out, so maybe the Featheringtons, maybe the Bridgertons, definitely Colin. But other than that, nobody's going to know. They're not going to do like a whole reveal to the whole ton. I saw an interview where Nicola said she surprisingly did a lot of her own stunts this season. What kind of stunts would she be doing? Maybe horse? We've never seen Penelope ride a horse. I don't know. I can't really imagine, unless she was joking and talking about the sex scenes. I saw someone saying that Sophie comes in the story by the way of Will and Allison. I think that'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind that. But well, it depends on how it's done. It depends on how it's executed. I wouldn't be surprised if she's... Because, again, they named Cressida's mom, Lady Cowper, Araminta, which is Sophie's stepmom's name in the book. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sophie is related to the Cowpers, actually. Oh, a stunt woman for the balloon scene. My mind's racing now. Interesting. What will Paulin do after this season? I think they'll be back, but I don't know. I could see them using the travel as a way to excuse their absence in future seasons as well. Like, oh, they're traveling. It's a very easy out. I wonder if Antony will be a bit more easygoing regarding his siblings' love lives now that he's married, or absolutely not, lol, especially since Colin got engaged on a whim once already. It's hard to know. That is interesting. I have thought about that a lot, like what Antony's reaction is going to be post-marriage. We saw something written on a paper or something that said balloon scene, and there was a stunt actor listed for Penelope's character. Interesting. They're going to do the plotline of Colin wanting to be a writer and feeling jealous of him. I don't know that they'll go full out with it, but I think they'll do nods to it. Or, like, hints that that's part of it, maybe. I think they'll have an Easter egg type thing where, like, he is a writer. I don't know if it'll be as central to the plot as it was in the book, though. Imagine if Sophie had been kept in the Cowper's basement all this time. I know. Bless her. You are a matchmaker. This is crazy. Damn, we're seeing love right in front of us. I feel like if the Featheringtons found out about Whistledown, there's no way Prudence or Philippa could keep their mouth shut. I would somewhat agree, but then they were doing interviews that made me think, like, I was like, so they find out. Oh my gosh, I love that you actually went live again. Last live was so fun. I'll never forget the toes. I'll never live that down. I cannot believe I did that. That is so crazy. I can't wait to see Whistledown put cringy Colin in his place. Yeah, I mean, me too. In the books, all Bridgertons have a soft spot for Penn, and I've read a fanfic where Greg has a crush on her, and it's wrecked me. Like, I need Bridgertons to show love to Penn and tease Colin. Yeah. Like, can you imagine Colin saying, I love her, and Antony or Benedict being like, everybody knows, yeah. Although, so, I mean, I like that, like, as a headcanon, but I don't know that it would work in the context of the show, because nobody has shown that they do know that. You know what I mean? Like, no one has shown any indication that they do feel like Colin has those feelings for her. They barely well, no, they haven't shown any indication that they even think Penelope has those feelings for him, so that would surprise me, but it would be, like, fun. Supposedly part of Benedict's storyline this season is him taking on more responsibility in the family with Violet's help while Antony is away. Yeah, I heard that. I wonder what the argument that precedes the hand cut scene will be. I don't know that it will even, I don't know that it'll be an argument. I could see it just being a regular scene. And then he, like, accidentally cuts his hand, and then it's, like, a heated moment because of that contact. Let Sophie be bejeweled. Yeah, not the basement. She wants the penthouse, okay? And she deserves it. Good night. Can't wait to see more content from you. Thank you. Do you skate? I actually do. Well, I used to rollerblade, and I was good at it too. I don't really anymore. Colin, I love her, but Antony and Benedict, congrats, you're officially the last one to know. I know. I just can't wait to see pathetic Colin era. That's gonna be so hot. I know, for real. For real. Random thought, but maybe Kate will notice. I have considered that as well. I don't know if she's actually going to be in it enough, unfortunately, for that to be a thing. But it would be interesting to see that, like, carry over, whereas, like, Daphne did last season, and now the people who had their season previously are the ones who are clocking into it. Your face in the thumbnail for your first look at Spicy Colin video is so funny because it was an actual real reaction. Well, what's funny is actually, you know, I don't, all of the, I haven't talked about this, but all of my thumbnails, every expression that I have in those are from the actual video. I just take screenshots. Like, I scroll through the video and pause on a face that I'm like, okay, that could be a good download. I don't do the type of, I know a lot of, like, YouTubers or, like, people who make content will, like, actually, like, look at the camera and be like doing, like, fake poses for the thumbnail. I don't do that. So, yeah, then you get little gems like that of my actual reactions. When Colin announced his engagement to Marina, I thought I saw Violet steal a glance at Penelope. No? It could be interpreted that way. I don't know that it's, like, definitive, but it could be. I know what you're talking about. My sister and I were talking about how slutty Anthony is going on a second honeymoon this season. I would low-key be embarrassed. Oh my god. I think you're model. I'm not a model. Not even close. Season 3 is not out yet, but I'm already craving season 4 with Benedict as a lead. Girl, the way that the world is gonna stop and change and they don't even know it. People aren't ready for Benedict season. They just simply aren't. I kind of want to see Kate and Penn friendship. Kate was the one who suggested Penn look smashing in green. Yeah, because they had a little friendship in the books. That would be a nice little nod. OMG, so excited to see Colin jealous. Like, I've been waiting for this man to grovel. Yeah, me too. How tired do we think Anthony is going to be when Colin is like, so we need a special license because we fucked? You know, Anthony would have zero. Well, no, because he would be such a hypocrite. Like, he would be, like, in his, dad, Viscount, vibe era, and be, like, scolding him. But I'm like, you have no fucking room to talk. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. Do you think Violet or Lady Danbury will ship Colin and Penelope? I think they should. I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't trust them after what they did with, like, nobody realizing Kate and Anthony were together. I'm like, okay. Highly doubt it. And even, like, Lady Danbury, when she did, she was, like, low-key, like, kind of against it. And I get why she was, but, like, I just didn't like that writing choice from them. They better not make us wait 2 years for Benedict's season. They will. They will. Don't you worry about that. Was exciting hearing Jess Brunel talk about how season 4 will open up the world a lot more. I really wonder how they're going to do it. My Cottage. Oh my God. I would love if they did My Cottage. I loved the My Cottage sequence so much, dude. Her nursing him back to health, him jumping naked in the pond. Like, give me a break. Hi, Bubba. Hi. I'm dog sitting. Hi, sweet boy. Come here. Hi. Hi. Your face card never... See, I just can't tell you how, like, flattered I am by that compliment. Like, you only see people saying that about, like, people who have, like, face cards. You know what I mean? Like, I see people saying that about Nicola or, like, Simone Ashley or Phoebe. And I'm like, absolutely. Their face card never declines. I am nowhere near in that caliber, but I'm thrilled to hear that as a compliment. I love that. When do you think they'll announce whose season is next? Not long after season 3 is, like, season 3 part 2 has premiered. They didn't wait long for either of the other ones. But even more so now that, like, they changed up the order, I think they do have to do more of an official announcement than they did for Anthony's season. I wonder if people will lose interest post season 3 because more of the storylines will take place outside of the Ton. I do wonder about that. But we'll see. It depends on execution as well. It's my birthday. Say happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. How do you think you're going to feel about Eloise this season? I think I'll feel fine. By the end, I think it'll be fine. I would love, but I don't think it will be this season to see Penn give birth to the next Lord Featherington, like Agatha not being firstborn just for a good revenge. I think they might do that. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's, and then, like, their child is, because why else are they setting up this, like, heir race or whatever? And then, their child is the Baron Featherington. Do you think Lady Whistledown's identity will be revealed in the Into the Ton or just privately to the Queen? I don't think it'll be revealed to the Ton. No matter what, I don't think it'll be revealed to the Ton. You have a face card. Thank you. Oh my gosh. These are so unhinged, dude. Are you concerned that there are too many characters / storylines this season? Maybe. But I felt that way about season 2 too. It just depends, like, how good they are. Because again, there were a lot of subplots in season 1, but they were good. So it didn't, it didn't matter. Have you seen the very small clip of Pen crying in her lilac episode 5 gown? What do you think? What are we talking about? What clip? I probably have seen it, but I'm just not, like, connecting the dots right now. Her episode 5 lilac gown. So the one that we've seen, the lilac gown that she faints in, that they did the CBS morning show on? Can anyone tell me what a face card is? I'm confused. So face card is like a compliment to say to someone when, like, oh, like, if they have a nice face, I guess. Like, the face card never declines to say that. Or, oh, that's such a serious face card. That type of thing. Like, you pull a face card, they have a good face, pretty much. It's in that gown? What are you talking about? Where is this? I need to see that. But it's like 2 seconds, and there's tears on her cheeks. Will you send that to me? I'm sure I have seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely probably have seen it, but... Oh, it is from the CBS interview? Okay, well then I definitely have seen it. I need to go rewatch, I guess. Very interesting. It being 2 seconds is no problem for me. I can glean a lot from that. Enjoy your time and be loved. Period. What a great little message to send off on. Are you sure she's in the lilac gown? Because I think you might be talking about another clip that because I know of another clip that's similar, but I don't think she's wearing the lilac gown in that. Do you think we're going to see Protective Claw in this season? Yes. Absolutely. Card declining is like when your credit card is declined during a purchase / transaction. So when you say the face card never declines, it means you're gorgeous. Yeah, that's a better explanation than I gave. I saw the thing about her fainting and not feeling well, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm confused now. Her gown is at least lilac purple color. Maybe it's not the same dress, but it is at 5, so I do think it could be the lilac gown. Could you send that? Could someone send that to me? Somewhere, somehow. Or put a link in here or something. Outside the kiss or steamy scenes, what do you want to see adapted from the book the most? Like tension scenes or something just funny? So much. There's so much. I have a whole video about, like, stuff I would like to see. But I would like to, I mean, I really am looking forward to seeing a Colin Portia bitch off. I just am. Sammy, do you follow the Paul and Bridgerton subreddit? People have posted clips from your Paul and analysis video, and lots of people are saying they love you in the comments. I do. I am a member of the Paul and subreddit. I did see that. That made me feel really happy, and I was flattered. I was glad to hear that people enjoyed it, for sure. I really am happy with the way that video turned out, so I'm glad that people, resonated with it, or agreed with the things that I was saying. Yeah, I am absolutely a member of the Paul subreddit group. I'm a member of all of the subreddits for Bridgerton, pretty much. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. I need to probably go. Love your hair. Thank you. You're gorgeous. You should blush. Like, thank you. Have you seen the actress Despairs interview with Luke Thompson? It's like 2 years old. Maybe? Why? What's in it? Love Luke Thompson. He's an icon and a legend. We're gonna get the 7th season of Totally Spies today and Bridgerton on Thursday, and the best thing is I have final this month and the next one too, but never the day of the launch. God is good. Amazing. Wait, so Penelope faints because Cressida tries to take credit for Lady Whistledown? That's not confirmed. That's just, I think that could be it. Have you ever visited Brazil? No, I haven't. I have not. I haven't ever been out of the country other than once, many years ago now. I went to Nicaragua. I just hope it's not a flop and we all can be as excited as we are now for Pawn after watching part 1. Yeah, me too. You're not a pretty beauty, pretty cutie. Whatever that means. Deep, wow. I gotta go to bed. Hope you'll live stream soon. Thank you, Megan. Did you read the books or listen to the audiobooks, and which do you think is better? I read the books. I didn't listen to the audiobooks. I read the books. I even read them aloud to some of my friends, actually. Although I actually did, when I was rereading Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, I did rent the audiobook real quick, but then I realized I was like, I needed to take notes, so then I just read it by myself. But the audiobook was pretty, the narrator was pretty good. Do you know where I can find the times of day this will be dropped for each part of the world? I'm sure you can just, like, look up. I'm sure you can just Google or research that, and it'll show up. How long do you think season 3 episodes should be? I mean, generally speaking, like, I would like for each to be 50 minutes to over an hour, you know. How spicy do you think this season will be in comparison to the other seasons? So I'm really wary of, like, taking them at their word. I know they've, like, been like, oh, this spicy season, yet I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. Because, again, they said so much leading up to season 2 that just simply did not come to fruition or was super misleading. So I'm like, okay, guys, whatever. And that's their job, you know what I mean? Like, they're promoting. But it's pretty much already been confirmed that there is, at the very least, define spicy scenes. I'm pretty sure there are at least 3 spicy scenes confirmed. So, you know, maybe more so than, but it's also quantity versus quality. Like, it's hard to know. Like, there was a lot of sex in season 1, but like the Daphne and Duke relationship, like I didn't really, I wasn't gagging. You know what I mean? What did they say about season 2 before it realized that turned out not to be true? I was not following promo for season 2 the way I am for season 3. Well, they said that, like, they talked about, I remember them, they were, like, saying that this was going to be much sexier and, like, have a lot more sex than season 1 at some point. One of them said that, or implied that, and I was like, I probably have proof of me texting my friends about it, being like, oh my god, it's going to be hotter than season 1, or it's going to have more sex than season 1, and then that just did not happen. Did you see the newly released video of Penn saying to Colin, I can't breathe? Yes, we've been talking about that, for sure. I think it's very interesting. I'm multitasking. I'm on Cat Quinn's page, season 3 Promenade fan event in New York. Oh god, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. Take me to the premiere? Like, what's happening? Hi Sammy, love your videos. Do you have any more videos planned before part 1 comes out? Yes, I have multiple videos planned before part 1 comes out. Do you like Downton Abbey? Yes, I do. It's been a while since I watched it, but yes, I did like Downton Abbey. Okay, I am way too tired for this. I need to not be on here anymore. So, Kate and Anthony will be in the charade scene, right? So they'll see Penn faint. I didn't see them in the BTS, but yes, they were in that scene. Thank God. Thank fucking God. Oh my God. So yeah, they will be there. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. But cool talking to you, period. Talk to you later, I guess.